I'm doing the next video, and before we get into it, one thing to know about me and while I have a ton of like handbags, my first passion is shoes. Not sure where that came from. I've always enjoyed shoes even as a little girl. My shoe size hasn't changed since I was like 12 or 13, so like I still have shoes many years old to where the point where like I have to get rid of them because they're starting to fall apart. But shoes always come back around in style, so that's also the other reason I'm always hesitant to get rid of them, because I know at some point they're going to be in style again. So anyways, I will just start off saying that this one might be a tad long. I came back with 17 pairs of shoes from this trip. From no-name luxury to luxury items, and I'll try to brief you a little bit on prices, especially on the luxury designer ones that I got really good deals on, to the names you should know that maybe you don't. So because I learned a couple of names this trip myself as well. So I'm going to start off with let's see, what do I want to start off with a designer one and then move into the non-designer? No, let's don't do that. So I'll just start off with something really cute. So while I do wear heels a lot, one thing I also really love is a good loafer. Even without loafers being in style like they have been the last couple of years, I love a good loafer, and I try to have a loafer in every color. One thing I needed was a black leather loafer, so I knew going into this trip that was an item I was going to be looking for, and I came out with 2 black leather loafers on this trip, but very different, and you'll see as we progress. But I'll start with the first one, which is probably the more interesting looks-wise. So this brand is called Mosaic, and instead of a C for the Mosaic, it's a Q. They're made in Italy. Stumbled across this little store, and I saw them and I had to try them on and I loved them. So this is the shoe. And how cute is that for a little moment? I can just picture these going great with my Ralph Lauren silk blazer when I want to dress up a blazer for somewhat dressy, but not too dressy, without it being a heel. Just something casual every day that I can make it wear one to work. But yeah, like, so I wear size 36. Come on. And so, as my mom always jokes, what shoe doesn't look good on a size 36 foot? But yeah, love these. So I would definitely check out the brand. They had a bunch of Italian-made shoes in there, and then I found these in Milan. So moving on to the next shoe. There was this little Italian boutique, or not even a boutique is too strong, just a little hole-in-the-wall store that only sold Italian shoes. The lady who works in there only speaks Italian. Like, she knows no English, basically. She writes down all the numbers so you know what you're paying along the way. And I remember her from when we went to Milan the last time. I remembered she was on the street across from the Duomo, behind the corner. And sure enough, that's where she was. So if you're ever in Milan, when you're with your back to the Duomo, the street that's right there, go around the corner, and it's across the street from the Zara, and it's right there. And she had to tell multiple people to leave or come back because it's such a tiny little hole-in-the-wall shop. We were struggling with 3 of us in there. That's how tiny it is. And when me or the other girl who was in there, because it was me, the worker, and the other girl, whenever the other girl wanted to get to the other side, or I did, she would have to tell us to swap spaces. That's how tiny it was. There was only 1 seat for one of us to sit down and try on at a time. So I got a few different pairs of shoes from her there. I will start off with the least interesting. So this is just a little beat around town slip-on shoe. I don't even know if you call it. I guess it's kind of a loafer, maybe not. I don't know what you would actually call that. And it's cow print and it's pony hair, and they're made in Italy, And it's just super cute. Something to have fun around town in. Dress up, a pair of jeans and a basic t-shirt. You know, nothing too outstanding. And I think these were €45. So not crazy. The cheapest pair I got. That's the other thing. She has all Italian made shoes for a fraction of the price of what you would find Italian leather for in other stores. Moving on to another really boring pair, but a classic nonetheless. And it's just another loafer. Navy blue. I don't have any navy blue shoes, so this did fill in a void. While I don't wear a ton of navy blue, I am starting to get more comfortable with navy blue, so I thought I should probably get a navy blue shoe. But just a classic leather loafer. Nothing fancy, but super comfortable, very soft leather. So really looking forward to that. And then you're going to think I only wear loafers, but that's not the case. The very last pair and the only size they had left happened to be my size in this shoe. Super cute. Just had to get it when I saw it. Oh, by the way, the navy, these were €120. So then there was these loafers. Just a brown suede loafer with a little block heel. Super cute. Has a little horse bit on the top to give that kind of designer feel without the designer price tag. But still all Italian made. And this was super cute. I believe this was €130. Yes, €130 for these. So obviously really popular shoe. So then moving on to the last two pair that I got from her. These were the most expensive ones, and yeah, I had to get them. So the first one that caught my eye was this one. And it just has a little bit more than a kitten heel. It has like a rattan type weaving and leather details. And they only had a 35 left. And surprisingly it fit. I just had to adjust the strap out as far as it would go. And not sure if it was just made a little big, because the other one in the shoe like this I got is the exact same style. I got a 36 and it fit just as perfectly. So not really sure about that. And I normally can't go down. I'm usually a solid 36. If anything, and it's a pointed, very, very pointed toe, I'd go up to a 36 and a half. But yeah, thought these were super cute. And these were €150. So love the little open toe design. So now the next shoe, it's the same exact style, but if you know anything about me yet, I love leopard print, and I could not get these. So I love that the black is a mesh, and then the trim is all leopard print. Now it is a fabric, not a pony hair, but even the heel is leopard print and the strap. So yeah, I really liked these as well. Again, size 36, €150. Now, we did negotiate the price a little bit down, and I basically got these for free, which were €45. So in the end, when we negotiated down, it came that I basically got these for free. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pair of shoes for the price of 4. All Italian made. All super quality and super cute and comfortable. Let me show you these on. I mean, these were just great. Let me take you with me. So, yeah. So, yeah, just that little peep toe. Thought that was super cute and fun for the summer and the fall, really. But, yeah, if you're like me, you love a good peep toe or a good leopard print as well. So, yeah, that's that. And let me get so you can see what I mean by how it fit as well. Let's see. Yeah. So my biggest foot is my right foot. So yeah, super cute. Love them. Gonna have a ton of use for these this summer. Think it'll pair it nicely with getting you a sneak peek back there with a bunch of outfits that I have. So anyways, let's get moving on to the next pair of shoes. Let's see. So when we were in London, a lot of people have probably heard of this brand, but not everything is, oh, that's really zoomed in on me. Let me back you up. Not everything is super high quality in this brand. You have to know what to look for. But we were walking on our way to Harrods, and we ran across an LK Bennett of London. And we went in because they had all these signs saying 70% off, blowout sale, closing, everything must go. And we'd seen that at another store, and so we thought it was kind of gimmicky, like to get people in. It's probably like the sale they always have. No, they're actually shutting down. So I went in and I found the good stuff, in my size still available. So this is nothing super fancy, but it is a need in my shoe department, or my shoes that I'm probably actually missing. And I found the Made in Spain shoes. So if it's not made in Italy, made in Spain is just as good. And this is where you have to look and be careful, because a lot of their stuff is made in China, so you have to know where to look for the good stuff. But this is it. Just a little strappy silver heel. Not too bad of a heel height. I could wear those all day. But yeah, super cute. I think with the blowout, I'll say this, on 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 pairs that I got from LK Bennett, none of them were over $100, even with the conversion. They were all under 100 pounds for sure. Most of them around like the $70 pound mark, and so with the conversion they all came around $100. So very happy with that for some leather shoes made in Spain. So that's the first pair. Now this one will probably not be everybody's favorite, but with the right outfit I can totally see it. And as you've seen from my bag collection, I do like crocodile, so in Croc Effect and Real Crocodile, and so these kind of hit home for me when I saw them. Again, another pair made in Spain, and this is the shoe. I don't know if you can see, it has like the Croc Effect to it, and it's just a basic little pump and like a caramelly brown. So yeah, a good heel height, nothing too crazy, so I can be in them all day. But yeah, I liked them and thought they would fit good in my little shoe collection, which I still haven't done like a full shoe collection video. And now that I'm adding 17 pairs of shoes, 16 right now, I'll explain when I get to that pair. That's the 17th pair later. I probably should do a full shoe collection. That's time consuming, but we'll see. Then we will move on to one of the cute fun pair that I got. Saw them, loved them, wanted to try them on, make sure they were going to look okay, and they do. So actually I'm going to put one on so I can show you guys, and then I'll just show you the other one in hand. So while I'm doing that, there we go. Maybe. There we go. So this is just a little strappy bow shoe. Good heel height. Something I can wear all day. And it's kind of like definitely like a goldish color, and it's fabric. And it's like crinkled and all that, but makes a cute little bow, and the way the bow goes with the foot, so it's not done very nicely. Also a made in Spain pair, excuse me. I think the name of it is Rolene, but let me take you and show you what it looks like on the foot. So yeah, that's it on the foot. Just a fun little pair. Thought it would be cute. Like, it's a good one to dress up a shoe with. Like a pair, not shoe, excuse me, dress up a pair of like basic jeans and t-shirt with, just to bring a little something else to it. But yeah. So I was really shocked that they had so many shoes in my size with their big sale going on, because there was like tons of people in there, and they had multiple stores. So like I was really surprised they had anything in my size still available. Okay, gonna move on to the last LK Bennett one, and then we'll start getting into the more premium ones. So we ran by another LK Bennett store separate from the first one. These are actually made in Portugal, which I don't know if anybody's ever been to Portugal. They're just a good quality, they make really good quality stuff there as well. And this one's actually a tennis shoe, and it's so cute. It's a little pink tweed tennis shoe. So I love this style shoe, so I had to have it. It was the last pair. Even the store clerk was like, "Where did you find this?" Like, I don't remember this one, but yeah. It even still had a dust bag with it. So came home with these. These will be fun and cute because I do like a good jean. So, all right. Now, we'll move into the black loafers that I got that I was looking for. I wanted a soft pair of black loafers, something that was going to last me forever. I was thinking about an eel pair, but I ended up finding these and loving these. I'm not saying I won't still get an eel pair at some point, but I went with these. Found them in Selfridges in London. The brand is called Duke and Dexter, and they are British made. Now, they won't look like much on camera, but they're so soft leather. Like, they've got so much padding in them. I don't know if you can see that. Like, there's like a lip up of the padding. And they have this fun little print on the inside. And I put it on, and it was astonishingly comfortable. Like, could not believe it. It was like sliding your foot into butter. Like, this was exactly what I wanted. I can see myself wearing these with something like a nice little suit or a casual suit, pair of jeans to beat the town in, anything like that, which is what I wanted. So I've got the two different style black loafers for two different very vibes. So these are very more everyday versus this one's a tad bit more dressed up. But yeah, very happy with my finds there. I was, like I said, I looked at the row ones, and I was wanting to see the eel Saint Laurent ones, and I did not find the Saint Laurent eel ones, but I did find the row eel ones, which kind of surprised me to find those. And yeah, if anybody's never touched the eel skin loafers, they are also super soft. So like, if that's what you're looking for, a very soft loafer, you will like that. So in UK sizes, I'm a size 4. And the other thing to point out is on the inside, it's all like suede. So it's so soft on your foot all the way around. So yes. Now we will move into another Italian brand called, I'm going to butcher this, and please listen to what I'm trying to say, Nero Gherardini. I've bought from them before. My favorite black platforms, heel platforms are from them, and I have a pair of suede platform loafer shoes from them. And I had seen these online, and I knew I wanted to see them in person. I've got a great little kitten heel, and I loved the denim on them. Like the two-tone between this brown leather and the denim, I thought was a great combo. And they make a really good premium shoe. This one right here is even part of their premium collection. Now, they do, while they have a main store in Milan, you can buy this brand. Not sure if you can buy the premium, but you can buy this brand on like Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom. So, but yeah, was in their store. I knew exactly where they were located, and it was on my bucket list to go, not my bucket list, it was on my list to go back to and see if anything else hit me. So super, super fun, cute shoe. Let me see. The girl said it was an extremely popular shoe, which I can believe it. And it is true to size, a size 36. So just a nice little everyday, will go great with some of my denim dresses. But yeah, so let's back this on up, and we're gonna get into the ones y'all are all probably waiting on. Even though I'm a big advocate for finding the niche brands too, or knowing how to look for the quality pairs in the more mainstream lines. So, very first purchase of this whole trip was in Bicester Village in England, and first store we passed was in Aquazzura. So that's where we went, and I found these shoes and loved them. Thought they were different for me, even though they're python, like a snake skin, not real python, like snake skin, but I loved that they weren't the classic snake skin color. Good little block heel, nothing too ridiculous. See that coloring on that? Loved that. Thought it was fun. But otherwise, it's just a basic little strappy sandal. So this will be so much fun for the summer. And these were marked down. They were originally 550 pounds, which is roughly $800. Then marked down to 330 pounds, and then I got them for 250 pounds. So that's roughly $325, I think, somewhere in there. I don't have my phone with me too. Yes, I do. Let me convert it for you. Because I know that's what people want to know sometimes, is like realistically. So the pound to US dollar currency is painful. It shocked even us. We're used to the euro, so it stung when we saw some of these conversions. Matter of fact, I bought a pair of pants that I didn't know was going to convert so high, and I would not have bought them if I'd have realized. But it is what it is. So 250 pounds converted to, I wasn't too far off, $338. So from originally, originally I said 550. So I was a little off on that, 755 pounds originally was the original price on these. So these are my first Aquazzura as well. So super excited about that, to add this to my collection. And they had a lot of cute shoes in there, but it was the first store, and these ones really hit as something different for me. Okay. Let's see. So another loafer. When we were in a TK Maxx in London, I ran across, could not believe it. They had this exact loafer. The Saint Laurent white leather loafer. It's somewhat more stiff than like my black loafers are, but not super, super hard. They were too big. I was like, okay, I understand. I don't always understand the British conversion on sizing for shoe size. But I went down, and then like the next size down was too big. And then the next size down was too small, like way too small. So I was going to get the one size that was only a little bit too big and put a shoe insert in it. And it was 399 pounds. Which would have been $540. And I was like, wait, don't do that. Don't force it to work for you. And I waited. We went to the Saint Laurent store when the outlet in Milan, and lo and behold, they had them. I don't know if that TK Maxx in London got like a bad batch, because I literally got my size, a 36, in the Saint Laurent store, and it fit perfect, like absolutely perfect. Where the 36 at the London store was too big, but the 35 was too small. It didn't make any sense to me. So I don't know if like they got like a bad batch that just went straight there, and Saint Laurent obviously had the good ones, but it fit perfect. And let's see, these were originally 595 pounds, but they were marked down to, let's see, what were they marked down to? It was, I believe it was 595 minus 30%, 416. So let me go find the euro. No, they were marked down to 395 euro is what it was. So they were 399 pounds in London, and they were marked down from the first outlet price was 595. And then they were marked down to 395 euro, which came out to $463 before the VAT back, which was 12% back, and they were giving an extra 20% VAT back on top of that. So that came down to 463 minus 12%. Let me do it. So that brought them down to $361. So where were you going to go get in a Saint Laurent loafer, the ones they're so known for that price? Was very happy with that find and very glad I didn't try to make something work, and I got the exact same shoe that fit correctly for a better price. So moral of that story is don't rush it just because you really want it. So moving on. I'm going to hold off on these. These are one of my favorites. So, oh, no, that's not the bag I was looking for. Am I missing a bag here? Okay. Found it. So, we went into, I'll start with that one. We went into the Versace store at Bicester Village in London, and was about to turn around and walk out. Didn't really see anything. My mom's like, hey, did you see the sale shoes at the outlet? I was like, no. So I headed over there, and sure enough, I was like, Mom, do you see these? And she was like, yes, you have to try them on. They're so you. And they are. They're so me. It's like me. Like, and they had them in my size, of course, and that was a done deal. Didn't care what the price was. Even though I was happy with the price, I had to get them. So, they're leopard print pony hair, and I was looking for a leopard print mule. Wasn't rushing it. I wanted it to be the right one. A little Versace bow and emblem, a little kitten heel, and like it's like just the perfect little mule. Just perfect. Let me show them to you on. Like how it just doesn't get any cuter than that. Love it. And I got some leopard print shorts they're going to look cute with. I have a pair of Versace silk shorts that they're going to look great with. The shorts and a little tank top. I think these will just look, because I have the men's shorts, so they're long, like a Bermuda style. So like, I think this will just give me the lift that I need to make them look more feminine. So super happy with that purchase. Gosh, how much were these? They were 250 pounds as well. And remember, they were exact same price as the Aquazzura. So for those who want to know, because I don't remember off the top of my head, Come on, Eva, you can do this. $338. And I didn't look them up yet to find out what the original was, but yeah, I was very happy with that for a Versace shoe, leopard print pony hair for $338. So we will move on from that one, although that is probably my favorite shoe of all of them, not gonna lie, just because it is so me. Love leopard print, even when it's not in style for everybody else. It is in my heart. Okay, moving on to, then we get to Milan and their outlets, and we went into the Versace store, and a pair of shoes I had looked at multiple times at the outlets in Orlando, the outlet in Bicester, and they were outlet discounted, but they weren't additional discounted, and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna wait. Got to the Milan outlet, and they were additionally discounted, an extra 30% off. And I was like, and now's my time. And they were super fun shoe to try on. I don't actually have a white sandal, so because I was trying to decide between which color to get. They had it in brown, black, and white. And while I was tempted to go black, I don't have a white sandal, and I really could use one. So my mother just said I needed to get a tan. So I was like, well, I'll work on that. So let me show you. So yes, just super, like, it's got a good little heel on it. So when I'm wearing both, but yeah, super happy with these. Thought these were a great little addition. Like I said, I don't have a white sandal, so this fits it perfectly. Yeah. And I thought these were fun, and because I waited, I got it for a better price. So yeah, these are it. Good little heel on it, and very happy with these. I don't remember the price on these, and they take the price off typically. I was surprised St. Laurent left theirs on. You know what? I know what I can do real quick. Well, that's going to tell me both. Let me just get to the last pair. This pair. Thank you if you're still here for holding on with me. And this is a pair I don't actually own yet. My mom fell in love with these as much as me. She was the one who encouraged me to try these on, and she loved them and was like, you have to have them. I'm buying them for you for birthday or Christmas. And I was like, okay, if you're sure. So I go to try them. I go to buy them, and the guy goes, oh, by the way, these aren't an extra 30% off. They're actually an extra 50% off because they're the last pair in the whole store. And I was like, no, what? I was like, well, thank you. I was going to buy them at only an extra 30% off. So they were already marked down 50% from the original price, or no, from the outlet price. And then they were going to be marked what I thought, just 30% down. No, they were another 50% off. So they had this in a full black leather or a full leopard. And as much as I love leopard, I was like, I don't need that. Although if it would have been 50% off, if I'd known, I might have got it. But I don't know if that one was. And so I'll give you prices in a minute because it's one lump sum. But it is a boot. I looked up original retail on these were $2,500. I did not pay anywhere near that. So let me try this baby on. They do take a minute to get in. And I was shocked that they were there and that the very last one in the store was my size. Nothing can scream meant to be more than that, right? Well, that was stupid, Eva. I just literally tried to put it on the wrong foot. Oh, dumb. this is the leather boot, all the way up leather. And then it has that same little bow detail that the leopard print mules did, and like the perfect little boot heel. So like a little bit of a stiletto heel, but not too tall. And they're fabulous. Still stuffing going out the bottom. The leather is very stiff on these, and I'm hot. Maybe I should have started with these. Okay, maybe I won't be showing them to you on. I'm very hot right now. Probably should have used my shoehorn. I'm going to do it like this and give y'all like a little glimpse of what it'll look like. But they will come up higher. Ooh. They will come up to the knee once I get them on correctly. But yeah, how fabulous are these? Could not believe it. Definitely need a shoehorn in them because it is fully leather on the inside as well. Should have just done that to begin with. But anyways, so y'all don't need to be that close to me. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. There we go. So price for both the white boot sandal and the Versace boot came to €799 for both. The boot was so the sandals were €350 and the boots were €450. Originally these boots were $2,500. So I got both shoes on the conversion were there we go. Were $936 for both before the VAT back. And I got the extra 20% VAT back. So that made them $936 minus 22%. Got $730 for both pair of shoes. Could not believe it. Like I said, these boots alone were only $2,500. Like, that's crazy. And it's still a lot of money. Do not get me wrong. But when you hear the discounts on them, and it makes you feel better about it at least. So, anyways, that's my shoe haul for London and Milan. Tell me what you think of this. Was it excessive? I know it was. So fully expecting to be judged here. Please don't be too harsh. Like I said, shoes are my first love. Not all of these were stupid designer prices. Some of them, like I said, were under $100, and all the way up to a couple $100 for a few $100 for some other pair. But tell me what pair was your favorite, what you wouldn't have bought, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It really goes a long way for me.